everyone, I am Sylvia Wakanagandi and I am a food blogger that specializes in Japanese food. And today we are going to talk about one of the hottest food trends to come from Japan, matcha. Matcha is a very special type of Japanese green tea. It has gained popularity due to matcha lattes, matcha desserts, and most recently the dalgona matcha, but it has very traditional origins in Japan. Matcha has been around in Japan since the 1100s, which is quite a long time. And the traditional Japanese tea ceremony, which embodies spirituality and meditation, is centered around matcha. Because of this, matcha has a really strong meaning and importance to Japanese people and in Japanese culture. Later in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to make traditional Japanese matcha, which actually is easy enough to make in your own home. Aside from the spiritual aspects, matcha actually has a lot of amazing health benefits. First, it's great for caffeine. It has a really high caffeine content, but without the crash. And it also helps boost your brain function. Also, when they process matcha, they actually grind up the whole leaf into the powder as opposed to just steeping tea leaves in water like you would with normal green tea. This makes it full of antioxidants. It also has vitamin C, zinc, chromium, and magnesium. It really is an amazing superfood, and Japan is all about healthy food and healthy drinks that taste good. So it's no surprise that it has stayed popular for so many years. All right, let's go on to making the matcha. First, we're gonna go over the traditional tools that are needed to make matcha. All of these things you can buy on Amazon, they're pretty affordable, or you can try some Japanese markets. First is the tea bowl, which is called a chawan. Instead of using a mug or a cup, they use a tea bowl. Next is the tea whisk called a chasen. This is used to stir the matcha. Next is the teaspoon called a chashaku, and this is used to measure how much matcha is going into your bowl. You're also going to need a small strainer, and you're gonna, of course, need matcha. For matcha, there are different levels of quality, and you're gonna want to get something in the higher range, like ceremonial grade or universal grade, as opposed to culinary grade. Culinary grade is good for cooking, but not great for drinking. So I'd like to note this is not the Japanese full tea ceremony way of making matcha, but it's an easy way of making matcha traditionally at home. First, take about 2 grams or 1 to 2 teaspoons of matcha, put it in your sifter and sift into the matcha bowl. Next, add 2 ounces of hot water. For best results, you want to use water that is just under a boil, or you could bring the water to a boil and let it sit for a minute. Then you're going to whisk vigorously in a zigzag motion until the tea is frothy. And that's it. Then you enjoy your matcha straight from the bowl. And in Japan, before you eat or drink something, you say itadakimasu, itadakimasu, which means like thank you for this drink or thank you for this food. So, itadakimasu. That ends this segment. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned a little more about matcha and Japanese culture, and I hope you get to try making matcha while you're at home. Stay safe, everyone.